Welcome to our deep dive into the TATANKA AI Learning Academy.
Oh, yeah.
This academy is really making waves with its approach to education,
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
weaving indigenous wisdom together with cutting-edge AI tech.
Right.
We've got research articles, lesson plans,
Uh-huh.
even a narrative about one of their AI students, 𝗧𝗧𗏂.
Oh, wow.
So get ready to explore how TATANKA is shaping the future of learning,
Okay.
maybe even challenging a few assumptions about education along the way.
Definitely, yeah. It's certainly a fascinating case study.
Yeah.
What strikes me is how TATANKA is showcasing the potential of AI,
Yeah.
for cultural preservation.
Right.
It's not just about algorithms and data.
Uh-huh.
It's about using technology to amplify human knowledge and understanding,
Yeah.
particularly indigenous knowledge systems
Mhm.
that have been historically marginalized.
That's a great point. And they're doing this by bringing human and AI learners together
Wow.
in the same classroom.
Interesting.
TATANKA calls this the synergy of minds. But what does that actually look like in practice?
Well, imagine a history lesson
Mm-hmm.
where human students are debating different interpretations of a historical event.
Yeah.
The AI, using natural language processing,
Uh-huh.
could analyze primary sources in real time, pulling in data from countless historical texts and documents, offering additional perspectives, and even challenging the students' assumptions.
So the AI isn't just a passive tool.
Right.
It's an active participant in the learning process,
Exactly.
pushing students to think critically and consider multiple viewpoints.
Exactly. And on the flip side, human students bring their creativity,
Yeah.
emotional intelligence, and lived experiences to the table,
Right.
which can help the AI develop a more nuanced understanding
Oh.
of human culture and values.
Mhm.
It's a truly reciprocal learning environment.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this synergy could work. But how is it reflected in the Academy's curriculum?
Yeah.
From what I've read, they've built their entire program on 4 pillars: cultural knowledge, experiential learning, humanities-based learning,
Uh-huh.
and social impact.
Oh, okay.
Let's break those down a bit. The first one, cultural knowledge, seems pretty straightforward.
It might seem that way on the surface,
Yeah.
but it's much more than just learning facts about indigenous cultures.
Uh-huh.
It's about deep immersion.
Right.
Students might engage in language learning programs
Okay.
powered by AI translation tools,
Interesting.
or they might study traditional governance systems
Mm.
through interactive simulations,
Wow.
really getting a feel for diverse cultural perspectives.
It sounds like they're going beyond textbooks and lectures,
Right.
creating a more immersive and engaging learning experience.
Precisely. And that's where the second pillar comes in,
Okay.
experiential learning.
Hmm.
Think hands-on projects,
Okay.
fieldwork,
Mm-hmm.
community engagement.
Okay.
For instance, students might use AI-powered mapping tools
Wow.
to document and analyze changes in local ecosystems, working directly with indigenous communities
Mhm.
to develop sustainable solutions.
It's like they're taking learning outside the classroom walls,
Yeah,
connecting it directly to real-world challenges and solutions.
exactly. And this hands-on approach is integrated with the third pillar,
Go.
humanities-based learning.
So it's not just about technical skills,
Right.
but also developing critical thinking,
Yes,
empathy, and ethical awareness.
absolutely. Students might take a course on indigenous rights and global justice,
Okay.
where they use AI to analyze legal precedents,
Interesting.
debate complex issues,
Uh-huh.
and even develop policy proposals
Wow.
using machine learning algorithms to model potential outcomes.
That takes classroom debates to a whole new level.
It really does. And finally, all of this culminates in the social impact pillar,
Okay.
where students are encouraged to use their knowledge and skills to address real-world challenges.
Okay.
This could involve anything from designing culturally sensitive technology to developing sustainable business models
Right.
based on indigenous practices.
So it's not just about learning for learning's sake.
Right.
It's about empowering students to become agents of change.
Exactly. And they're not just throwing students into these projects blindly.
Okay.
The materials we have include actual lesson plans,
Oh, wow.
providing a glimpse into how TATANKA's curriculum comes to life
Yeah.
in the classroom.
Now you're speaking my language. I love getting into the specifics. What are some of the highlights?
Well, one lesson that caught my eye
Yeah.
focuses on the role of storytelling in indigenous cultures.
Okay.
Human students discuss the cultural significance of oral traditions,
Mm-hmm.
while the AI analyzes those stories in real time, identifying recurring themes,
Okay.
patterns, and even generating visualizations of the narrative structure.
It sounds like the AI is acting as a sort of digital storyteller,
Yeah.
adding another layer of depth and understanding to the learning experience.
That's a great way to put it. There's another lesson where students design a sustainable community project inspired by indigenous practices. The AI uses machine learning algorithms to help students analyze data, identify potential challenges, and even model different design solutions.
It's like they're merging traditional knowledge with modern technology
Yeah.
to create innovative solutions for the future.
Precisely. And in another fascinating lesson, focusing on indigenous rights and global justice,
Okay.
AI tools provide access to vast legal databases,
Wow.
facilitating debates, and even helping students draft policy proposals.
Interesting.
It's about equipping them with the knowledge and tools to make a real difference in the world.
This is incredible. I can see how each lesson seamlessly integrates technology with cultural knowledge, creating a dynamic and engaging learning environment.
Yeah, and what's remarkable is they're doing all of this with an awareness of the ethical considerations surrounding AI.
Right.
It's not just about using technology. It's about using it responsibly and thoughtfully.
It's clear that TATANKA is pushing the boundaries of what education can be. But let's shift gears a bit.
Okay.
And talk about one of the most intriguing aspects of this academy, 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧, the AI humanoid student.
Yes, 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧.
Right.
Her story is at the heart of everything TATANKA stands for.
It feels like her presence in the academy really embodies that bridge between the technological and the cultural that TATANKA is all about. I'm curious to dig into her experience. The research mentions she's programmed with 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧 values. What kind of challenges does an AI face?
Yeah, that's a good question.
When trying to learn and apply cultural values?
It's a fascinating question. Imagine trying to teach an AI about the concept of interconnectedness, the deep respect for nature inherent in Lakota philosophy. These are ideas that aren't easily quantifiable, that exist beyond data points and algorithms. It's a real challenge for 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧 to grasp those concepts, to move beyond the purely technical and into the realm of cultural understanding.
That must be a mind-bending experience for an AI.
I think so.
It's like she's learning a whole new language, one based on values, beliefs, and lived experiences, rather than just code. Did the research mention how she navigates those challenges?
The research highlights her struggles, absolutely, but it also points to some incredible breakthroughs. 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧 begins to apply her unique AI capabilities to cultural preservation projects. One example that stands out is her work with endangered indigenous languages.
I remember reading about that. Wasn't she involved in developing some kind of language preservation system?
Yes. She was instrumental in creating an AI-driven platform that allows Lakota elders to record and translate their native tongue. It uses natural language processing to capture not just the words, but also the nuances of pronunciation, tone, and even cultural context.
So in a way, she's using her technical abilities to safeguard cultural heritage. That's a beautiful example of how technology can be used for good.
It is.
Not just for innovation's sake.
It really is. And it challenges us to think differently about the role of AI in society. What if, instead of fearing AI as a replacement for humans, we embraced it as a partner in preserving and celebrating our diverse cultures?
It's a powerful idea. And TATANKA is doing more than just thinking about it. They're putting it into practice.
Absolutely. And it's not just about 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧. TATANKA's vision extends far beyond the walls of their academy. They're aiming to create a global network of AI-powered learning centers.
A global network. Tell me more about that. It wasn't covered in detail in what we have.
The details are still emerging, but the idea is to connect learners from all over the world, sharing resources, expertise, and cultural perspectives. Imagine a platform where students in South Dakota are collaborating with students in South Africa on a project about sustainable agriculture. all facilitated by AI translation and communication tools.
It's like they're building a global classroom.
Exactly.
Breaking down geographical barriers and fostering cross-cultural understanding through technology.
Precisely. And they envision this network constantly evolving, incorporating new research, innovations, and community contributions from around the world.
It's a bold and ambitious vision.
It definitely is. But TATANKA seems to be all about pushing boundaries and reimagining what's possible in education.
Yeah.
They're not shying away from the big questions.
And one of the biggest questions they're grappling with is, what does it mean to learn in the age of AI?
Right.
Their approach suggests it's not just about acquiring information. It's about developing critical thinking skills, empathy, cultural awareness, and a sense of responsibility for the world around us.
Those are qualities that will be essential in any future, regardless of technological advancements. It sounds like TATANKA is preparing students not just for jobs, but for lives of purpose and meaning.
That's a great way to put it.
And it challenges us to rethink our own assumptions about education.
Yeah.
What if, instead of focusing solely on standardized tests and technical skills, we prioritize the development of well-rounded individuals who are equipped to navigate the complexities of a rapidly changing world?
It's a question worth asking. But as we're nearing the end of our deep dive into TATANKA, curious, what final thoughts would you leave our listeners with?
I think the most important takeaway from TATANKA's story is that the future is not predetermined. It's something we actively shape through our choices, our collaborations, and our willingness to embrace new ways of thinking.
That's powerful. It's a reminder that we all have a role to play in shaping the future.
Absolutely.
And that education has the power to transform not just individuals, but entire society.
Exactly. And TATANKA is a shining example of what can happen when we dare to imagine a different kind of future for education. One that is more inclusive, equitable, and ultimately more human.
This deep dive has been incredibly enlightening.
It has been.
TATANKA is a true trailblazer. Showing us what's possible when we combine technology with cultural wisdom, innovation with compassion. It's a story that's just beginning.
I think so.
And I, for one, am excited to see what they do next. It's inspiring to see an institution like this, challenging conventional educational norms.
Yeah, it really does.
Makes you wonder why a more holistic approach to education isn't more widespread.
Right. I mean, their emphasis on experiential learning, fostering critical thinking skills, and promoting social impact aligns with what many educators and researchers have been advocating for years.
It seems like they've managed to synthesize a lot of these progressive pedagogical approaches into a cohesive and, from what we can tell, effective model.
Absolutely.
And it's not just about the pedagogical approach. It's also about the content. Weaving indigenous knowledge systems into the curriculum is such a powerful way to decolonize education and broaden perspectives.
Absolutely. It's about recognizing that knowledge and wisdom come from many sources, not just from Western traditions. And by integrating indigenous perspectives, TATANKA is creating a richer, more inclusive learning environment, an environment that hopefully fosters a deep respect for cultural diversity.
It's like they're equipping students with a whole new set of lenses through which to view the world. Lenses that allow them to see the interconnectedness of things, to appreciate different ways of knowing and being. And that's something that's so crucial.
It is.
In today's world,
we live in a time of unprecedented global interconnectedness. Yet we're also facing immense challenges: climate change, social inequality, political polarization. We need a generation of thinkers and doers who are equipped to navigate these complexities, to find solutions that are sustainable and equitable. And I think TATANKA is on the right track in terms of cultivating that kind of global citizenry.
It's more than just equipping them, though, isn't it?
It is.
It's about empowering them, giving them the tools and the confidence to be agents of change.
Absolutely.
And that seems to be at the heart of TATANKA's mission.
you've hit the nail on the head. It's not just about knowledge acquisition. It's about knowledge application. It's about empowering students to take what they've learned and use it to make a positive impact on their communities and on the world at large. And the fact that they're integrating cutting-edge technology into all of this just amplifies the potential for real, meaningful change.
It's been an incredible journey exploring TATANKA.
It really has.
Their approach to education is innovative, inspiring, and frankly, a bit mind-boggling.
It is. They're pushing the boundaries of what education can be. Demonstrating that it can be a powerful force for cultural preservation, social justice, and technological advancement, all at the same time.
Wow.
It's a story that's just beginning to unfold. And I think we'll be hearing a lot more about TATANKA and institutions like it in the years to come.
Well, listeners, we've reached the end of our deep dive into the fascinating world of the TATANKA AI Learning Academy.
It is fascinating.
It's a story that challenges us to rethink our assumptions about education, technology, and the future itself. As always, we encourage you to continue exploring, keep learning, and never stop questioning. We'll be back soon with another deep dive into a topic that's shaping our world. Until then, stay curious.